If you're chasing money, it runs. All right. If you're making money, it's different. All right. So for people that are entrepreneurs, there's no cut in the corner. There's no magic bullet. There's no cheat sheet. It's really simple, as complex as it may sound. Hard work. Work hard. Believe in yourself. They tell me all the time, Chico. That's another name that I got, by the way. They say, Chico, you're so lucky, Chico. I said, man, you know what's funny? Harder I work, luckier I get.
All right, what up, fellas? I'm gonna get started with the video. Let me see if anybody's in here. No, at least one person was joining. All right, yo, what up, D-Lab? So I'm gonna go over market conditions and then a couple names that might have some potential plays for tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna go over market conditions. So I'm gonna go over kind of last video what we were seeing on SPY. As you can see, we broke out of this pattern that we've been hoping would break eventually to whatever direction. And we finally got the break today. SPY had a head and shoulders pattern. So head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we broke the neck, which is that yellow line. So I didn't even look at SPY today. And I guess I'll start off with what I was looking for yesterday. So yesterday we had a nice drop at the end of the day. I think we caught that drop on QQQ. We had like this downward wedge. So that had me thinking maybe we're going to go to the upside, but I guess technically yesterday we broke to the upside if this loads. So this purple line, initially I had it like, so this one I had it right here, right? So we actually did break to the upside. We couldn't cross that support, and then we dumped yesterday. So beginning of today, what I was looking for was we kind of got a double fake out on some of the names that I picked. Um, but I was looking for 1 hour lower high compared to this one up here, 311, which we got in the pre-market, and then we started dumping. So I'm like, all right, let's play puts. Let's play puts. We're going to come back into this wedge, maybe test the bottom resistance. So I said, all right, fuck it, let's play some puts. I think we played Tesla, and what happened? What happened? Fucking QQ does it every time. All right, 5 minute. Here we are on the 5 minute. So I was watching this resistance right here, right around here. So I said that little break. Let's get in puts right when we got puts. Boom, starts shooting up. All right, so switch the game plan. We already wasted some BP on Tesla. So that was mistake number one, getting into Tesla early. We know the Tesla contracts are expensive. So mistake number one, getting into Tesla for the day. Because I was expecting this to come test this down here, right? But pretty big mistake turned out to be for the end of the day. We did get into some AMD. That was one of my bull plays. It kind of did the same thing as it is doing here. We had a little rising wedge. So that told us to get out of our longs for the day, which I think most of us did. All right. Boom, rising wedge. We got out of our longs, secured the bag on AMD. I actually butchered AMD because I accidentally sold calls instead of trying to like add more calls. So that comes with waking up late. All right, so that's another thing. We got to stay on the routine. All right, so from there, what did we get? We get some chop. And then I think at this point, I said, looked at my watch list and I liked Amazon. So Amazon, same thing as SPY, head and shoulders. QQQ is looking weak. So I got into Amazon right away. All right. So this was the play of the day. Even if it wasn't on Amazon, you could have played something else, right? So Amazon, I said break of 2050, full port puts, but at that point had already messed up all the BP and yeah, broke, consolidating here in this little wedge. At this point, I thought like maybe we could break up from here, but I wasn't gonna sell because at the end of the day, the head and shoulders is there. Even if we break this, this can still come up here to 121 and still dump from that head and shoulders pattern. So I held this pretty good. I think I got out too early, right around here. Thought maybe we consolidate. I can get back um, maybe one more contract for cheaper, but I just ended up getting out, securing the bag. But pretty much came back down here to 115. And where I knew we were going to turn bearish was on QQQ 205. I told you guys there was going to be a bear orgy if that level broke. So 205, 205 clear as day right there. 205.03. Bear orgy started right there. That was everybody's. Whoever had BP at the end of the day. If I had BP, you full port this, right? I know a lot of people mentioned the SPX calls. That was your signal right there. QQQ breaking down. It's at least going to test this yellow line, the one I drew from earlier, the little wedge minimum. And then we actually got a little more. We filled the gap at 300. So that would have been a nice day. Now, what are we looking for tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm feeling like we're gonna have a good day, but I'm gonna keep it real. I think we're gonna have a tricky morning. So I think I won't trade the morning, but I'll give a game plan of what I'm looking for. All right, we're gonna have CPI data coming out pre-market. So I'm looking for two things: either good CPI data or bad CPI data, right? That's pretty obvious. So if you have good CPI data, I'm looking for a nice bounce into the morning, and then we'll turn on the 1 hour. So this 1 hour is extended. I'll show you guys on the RSI. RSI is at 30. That means it's oversold. Means it's oversold. It's at 28. So we need a relief bounce at some point tomorrow, right? Relief bounce can be big, right? Um, if the RSI is extended. Um, so I'm looking for either a bounce right away. We're gonna know the CPI numbers. I would say a good CPI number would be under whatever we had last time, like under 7.9 or whatever that number was. All right, but I think it's gonna be bad. So that gives us an opportunity that we haven't had in a while. So if we look at the RSI, what happens when the RSI is under 30? All right, it happened over here, got under 30. And this goes for SPY too. So whatever I'm saying for QQQ, you can apply it to SPY. So right around here, big drop right here. This might have even been like a CPI day. CPI, big drop, May 8, 19. Somebody can check that, but big drop. But what happens when we get under 30? We always bounce. We have a nice little bounce, right? We can play that for a day trade, scalp, whatever. All right, so let me adjust my charts on the 1 hour. 1 hour resistance is right there at 307. So an important level. In my opinion, we're gonna stay under that level for a while. 307. All right, let's delete that 305. That might come into play at 305. So if we bounce up to 305, I'd try puts. But so here's what I got for the plan for tomorrow. If we get a good CPI, we're gonna look for calls. If we get a bad CPI, we're gonna look for calls. That's the plan for tomorrow. And I'm talking about calls just for a scalp or a like short day trade. All right. Nothing too crazy. All right. Not don't get bullish on me, all right? So we're gonna look for calls. If this opens down, gap down, we're looking for calls 100%. Might be painful. Um, but this is gonna have a nice bounce. So that's a good level right there, 294. There's this one small level. So there's 300 psychological, 298. And yeah, this if this gaps down in the morning, this 1 hour resistance, 1 hour RSI is gonna be like at in the teens, right? If it's in the teens, you gotta go calls. There's no way you're going puts. That you're just like asking for trouble at that point. Right? So I mean it can get pretty extended. So we're gonna look for a nice 5 minute reversal pattern, right? We're not just gonna go in willy-nilly. So yeah, that's what we're looking for, a little 5 minute reversal. If we drop, you guys know what a reversal looks like, right? Drop, another drop, then a bounce, trend change, right? Trend change. That's what we're looking for. 5 minute trend change. All right, so probably on QQQ or maybe SPX, we'll see. Because SPX puts were crazy today. Uh, all right, so we're gonna look for that in the morning. And then I have some other plays that we can do. So I think I saw opportunity on Nvidia. So that's the game plan. I think for sure short-term calls for tomorrow. That's what's gonna pay. All right. And you guys can see my screen, right? I would hope. All right, Nvidia, what do you guys see here? Look at this shit. Shit is a beauty. All right. So what do you guys see here? A little triangle pattern, right? RSI is overextended on the 1 hour. So we're going to do the same thing here, but we're not going to get no calls on this one. All right, we're going to wait for this to bounce. If this has a weak bounce, chilling around here, 180, we're going to wait for that reversal, and we're going to catch this bad boy down to, it's already broken chart already. So 180, shit, my bad with this one. 180, and then we got a long, nice long. So we got that 180, then we got 177, and then we got all the way down to 157. Look at this. Look at this candle it printed right here. These candles. That's crazy. And then there's a gap. So I think actually some of these are gaps. So if I turn on the 1 day, you'll see a big ass gap. So Nvidia, this one could pay as big. Shit. Is there a gap? Is there a gap? There's a small gap, yeah. Actually, no gap, but there's a tiny one. But at the end of the day, um, wait a minute, this is a gap right here. 177. So 178 might open right there tomorrow. But either way, we'll wait for a bounce on this, and we'll get into Nvidia. All right. This huge, look at this huge candle. That means the order book is thin right there. No supports. So that's a good one for tomorrow. Not for tomorrow. Maybe end of the day. We'll see. We might swing it. Shop. Let's go to shop. All right. I think I'm gonna do the watch list again tonight. Seems like the watch list is good for me at least to keep watching, like keep looking back at it. All right. So here's what I see with this one. This one's like a big pussy just waiting to get fucked. All right. I see this pattern right here, and I'm immediately thinking same thing as QQQ today. It comes down, it's gonna probably break this level, right? I've been screaming about shop all day, but we don't have the port to like play these, so maybe play some far out puts like 300s. I think it can get to 300 for sure. So we got this level right here, 350, and then 300. So we're gonna catch this one for sure. I think this will be a good one. So Nvidia, this one can at least shop can at least come down to this yellow line. So that would be our goal there. And then anything else is just, hold runners, get down to 300 and maybe even break down hard. All right, shop is shit. And it's the same as, it's like a little mini shittier Amazon. All right. So Amazon's already dumping. So shop's probably next on the list. All right, got Rivian. Rivian kind of followed the game plan that I had laid out yesterday, but obviously we can't play everything. So what was the game plan for this? And sorry if I noticed the video was laggy yesterday, so sorry if it's laggy. I need to get a better computer. Um, so here's what I'm looking at for Rivian. Rivian, we got an uptrending wedge. So yeah, uptrending wedge broke down, and then I think yesterday the plan was, uh, if it gets up to, I said up to here, up to what level was it? 31.45 to short, but it wasn't even able to get up to there. Just got to 30.23 and then started dumping. So this is like a mini shittier Tesla, right? So target 27 or whatever this support down here is, with that's the initial target 27, so $2. That's like 10% or less than 10%, but there's this other target down here at 20. So Rivian might be another good one. If it can break through that 27.41, will be a good one. All right. What else did I see? Netflix. I think Netflix was pretty weak today. Let's see if my chart wants to load. So you got that resistance at around 205 psychological, kind of broke above, fake breakout. Um, and then we pretty much got a little somewhat of a wedge that is breaking down today. All right. So Netflix had been strong for a little bit, and now we're breaking under that wedge. If we can get under 191.67, that'll be a clear level of, hey, we got a full port puts. All right. So what I want to see tomorrow is, I'm hoping for a good CPI. Hopefully they lie on it and shit, and we get a nice bounce and break down through there. All right, maybe 200 psychological or 185, some kind of psychological level, because this 1 hour is all the way at 205. So we need a nice bounce. Maybe 200 would be nice. Short at 200. Short it for like maybe a week out for next week. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. One that I didn't have on my list that I just noticed here on the side is DraftKings. See what's up with this. I didn't mark it on my list, but yeah. So we got like a nice hard resistance at 14. Other than that, nothing too clear. Let me see. All right, I'm just gonna go through my list. I thought this one might be good. Let's go to Zillow. Zillow, so houses. I feel like housing market should come down, and I think, uh, yeah, I think Zillow should come down with it. So we got a nice breakout right here. Nice breakout to the downside. All right, check this out. Something, yeah, even that's crazy. All right, so breakdown of this. We're at 37. Holy shit. 37. So we can at least get down here to 33, and then we have no, I think we have no resistance till like 28. So 37 to 28, that's a huge drop. If we can get through 33.50. All right, on the higher time frame, it's like a little mini flag. So I guess, yeah, 28, 26. So that's what we're looking for. A nice drop down to the new level. All right, so Zillow, keep an eye on that one. Facebook. So I think Facebook changed their ticker to Meta. I didn't even know that. Meta. Facebook. Let's see. I don't see anything on the daily. I see it broke that little wedge like everything else. All right, so we got this uptrend, same as everything else, broke down, and probably best thing to do is be patient, wait for this to bounce up, and then come back down. All right, it's kind of like a wedge, but not so much. Same game plan on this one. Um, shit, can't get it there. Yeah, a little bit of a wedge, and then it broke down. So waiting for a little bounce maybe might be the best. So if it bounces up to 190, 195, under 200 for sure. So anywhere under 200, it's a good signal to get calls. I mean, not calls, puts. My bad. Sell the rip. Sell the rip. So if this rips, we sell it, and hopefully we can cash out all the way down here to 168, or what's this low right here? 175, 176. All right, so I talked about Amazon earlier. So this broke out of a head and shoulder pattern. I'll go over what I'm looking for this one, and then I'll also go for, well, we kind of already did the trade review. All right, so we're looking for some gaps. So we need a bounce just like the other names. Broke out of this head and shoulder. This one, we don't need it anymore. All right, head and shoulders. So I would like to see a bounce up to maybe 119. That'd be nice. 119, and then fill it back to 115, and then there's another gap at 110, and then the final level 100, right? 110, 100, 115. So $5 in, not immigrants, increments. So all right, that's what I got for today. Maybe wait for a bounce. I think the best thing would be to wait for the bounce to happen and then get in. But if we drop down lower in the morning, we definitely got to get in calls for QQQ at least, or most of these names are extended. So all right, 24. Look at that, 24. If this goes down to 15, we got to get into calls. They'll print eventually. All right, so I know that sounds scary, but like when something's too extended, too many people are on one side of the boat, it tends to flip over, right? And if bears bring the strength, then bulls will want to match it to go up, right? But overall, I'm super bearish. If you guys don't feel comfortable, going long on a crazy gap down or something, that's cool. You could just wait for the wait for the rip and then short it. All right, so that's my advice for tomorrow, and definitely go on the voice chat tomorrow so we can, you know, get everything on the voice, get all the trades a little better. And if you missed the first beginning of the video, go back and listen to the first 20 seconds before that song starts, because that's key to what we're doing right here. We're like putting in the work after hours, before hours, all hours, and we we're gonna get lucky, you know, not get lucky, but our hard work is gonna start paying off. All right. So that's all I got for you guys today, and